What's up, fish brain?
What's up, dum dum?
What's up, dum
Just a
dum?
classic dum dum.
Just a dummy, just a small dum dum on an island.
Ooh, what's up, dub dub?
Fish brain.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I've got like 4 fans and 3 air purifiers running in my house right now.
Dang, I have literally nothing on. Our air quality right now is terrible.
It is not great.
I thought it was just humid, and yesterday it was making me so grumpy, and today it was, and probably the day before. And then I just now looked at the air quality, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be breathing right now. Cool.
It's one of those things like when you watch movies from the like 80s, 90s, and even the early 2000s of like the dystopic future.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things they never like everybody's just walking around breathing. Like they never show like you can't go outside because there's too much smoke and junk in the air.
Maybe that's why I called you fish brain, because you should have like a bubble over your head right now,
I would
like
like having a bubble over my head like an old timey spaceman.
yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know when I was gonna say it on this episode, so I'll just say it now. But me and you have been on other podcasts recently that you guys can listen to. Tenny, go ahead and tell them about yours.
I was on the Bigfoot Collectors Club episode, I think 2 back now.
Dang, they made those quick. That just came out.
I know, and we talked about Atomic Bigfoot and Dogman and other crazy stories. And Bryce and Riley and Michael are always a pleasure and a delight to talk with. And you were on.
I was on our friend Steve Berg's new podcast called High Strangeness, and that's like HI, like high strangeness.
You got to say it the way it's meant.
Hi, strangeness.
There you go.
Oh, hello, strange nugget. Um, so yeah, I got to be on there and we had a really good conversation. I feel like me and Steve have very much the same energy. We're like, I'm not trying to be a fucking scholar here. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? Like, we're just trying to enjoy weird shit and go places and see stuff and be just like,
You have a similar energy to Steve, but he is way nicer than you.
oh, come on. I thought you were going to say something so nice. I just got clocked.
I think you would agree with that.
You think Steve's nicer than me?
You've got a little bit of a dark side. I can't imagine Steve punching anybody in the face. I have no problem imagining that.
Oh my God, when I was at the doctor today, okay, you guys, I had to go get some moles removed today, which is disgusting, and I don't want to talk about it. And I have like bandages on right now, and it hurts. But anyway, he had to do this one on my stomach, and he goes, okay, put your hands behind you to your sides, like flat on the thing. I go, are you afraid I'm gonna punch you? And he's like, yeah, a little. It's so weird you say that. That's so funny. I was like, try not to. They already numbed me. I'm like, should have punched the guy that gave me the shots, not you. That shit fucking hurt.
When I got a mole removed many, 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 many years ago, the doctor told me he was going to have to remove it. And while he was like talking to a nurse, the nurse started talking to me, and then he just cut it off.
No.
Like he didn't numb it or anything. Like he just grabbed it and sliced it off with a scalpel.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore because I literally, when I was there, I had to lay down twice and they had to give me water because I got so fucking woozy. It was not good. I was a complete and total baby at the doctor. This happens to me at the doctor a lot. There's been many times where they have to give me like apple juice like I'm fucking 6.
Oh, I love the apple juice and cookies at the doctor. It's the only reason to go.
I get the spins really easy. I don't like bodily stuff. I don't like hearing about it. I don't like dealing with it. I don't want to think about what they're doing. I don't want to be doing it. So I get the spins. I start to have a panic attack and then I'm like, you guys, I gotta lay down. Meanwhile, I look like a fully tattooed fucking psycho and they're like, why are you acting like this? Why are you having this reaction to pain? I'm like, good question.
I don't have any problem with like looking at cuts on my hands, feet, arms, anything like that. I don't have a problem with that. But watching them drain blood out of my body makes me go completely pale.
No, it's disgusting. I don't want to know it. If I couldn't see any of it, it would be fine. But like, you always end up looking and then you get fucking nauseous. God. Anyway. So that was my day so far. But anyway, I wanted to catch people up on my other medical shit now too, now that I could actually fucking talk about it, because I feel like I've been very ominous, mysterious about it, especially in the Patreon.
Yeah, you don't have to talk about anything you don't want to.
I know, but I talk about everything else on here, so whatever and whatever. So anyway, so I was going through mental health shit for a while. I think that's over. I think it's past. I think it's out of my system. The antidepressants. I think I'm good. So that when I started bringing up other medical shit, I think people thought I was still talking about that, but I'm not. I wasn't. A few weeks ago, they found a 2 centimeter lump in my left boob, and I was really scared. And because they don't really tell you anything else, it was like in my, you have like an online chart, they tell you that, and they're like, we need you back, and we're gonna do an ultrasound. And I'm like, cool, great, fantastic. And actually, what I didn't know is, now that I know more, they actually had found shit in both, and I didn't even read it right. But anyway, so for the last few weeks, I've been absolutely fucking terrified. Luckily, I had a bunch of like close female friends who made me feel a lot better and were like, this is pretty normal. Don't get scared yet. Everything will be fine. Even if it is something, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. But I'm like an overthinker and a whatever. And that's, as a woman, that's like the last thing you ever want to hear out loud is like, oh, cool, you have a mass. Like, great. What the fuck is it? So anyway, so this past Friday, I went back to the hospital and did the mammogram, and then they did a ultrasound, and it turns out it's cysts. I have like a lot of cysts in both, actually, which is gross and wish they weren't there, but at least it's not cancer. It's something that they'll keep an eye on every year, but I don't have cancer. But really, thinking that you might have cancer for 3 weeks is not fun at all, and I don't recommend it. But I guess if there's advice here, it would be, if this ever happens to you guys, don't freak out right away. It's probably nothing, but and also, the other advice would be, I didn't fucking feel it. I couldn't feel anything. I still don't feel anything. I don't know where any of them are. They're not like protruding. You can't feel anything. So definitely go get checked out regularly if you have to, and try not to be nervous until you have to. And sorry if I was weird to anybody or quiet or snippy. I just was going through it for a minute there. So that's the news.
Good news, buddy.
Yeah, seriously. I like texted, I don't even think I was home yet. And I texted you, I texted Katie, several other people that I had spoken to about it. I texted Amy and Adam, who were in fucking Alaska, and they like answered immediately, and they were so fucking happy. So it was a lot. And I ended up telling my dad, and that was really awkward. I wasn't going to tell him until I knew, but then I was over there and I'm like, Dad, I have to tell you something. He's like, well, aren't you going to tell me? I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to scare you for no reason, but everything's fine.
Now you're just back to your normal dummy self.
No, I'm just an idiot. Oh, but there was a funny part because listen, somebody, where did they come from? Did you bring them to me? Yeah, when you, those beer cans that somebody got for Toad, right? The beer can toys.
Yes.
There's a PBR and a Bud Light, right? So the PBR, Toad's been carrying around this house like crazy. So on the front of it, it looks like a regular PBR, but on the back of it, it says "Get pumped up." Instead of "Get fucked up." So he had it, he was walking around with it in his mouth with the "Get pumped up" part facing out. So in the morning, I was getting ready to go to that appointment, and I looked
Wait
at
a second. Wait. Let me interrupt
What?
quickly.
What?
Do you think that "get popped up" is not supposed to be "get pumped up"?
No, it's supposed to be like get wasted, get fucked up, get drunk. It's a beer.
Doesn't pumped up and pupped up make more sense than fucked up and pupped up?
No, it's supposed to be get fucked up.
All right, whatever. Go ahead.
It is.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, so I woke up and I was all fucking nervous. I was trying not to be nauseous, and I was trying to be like, okay, I hope I get the news I wanted when I go here. So he's walking around the house with this thing, and the "Get pumped up" is like facing out. So I look at him, I'm like, yeah, that's why I told "Get pumped up." So me and him were like running around the house, and I was just yelling "Get pumped up," and it helped so much before I went to my appointment, because it made me in the best mood, and it like raised my spirits. So thank you for whoever got Toad the beer can. Get pumped up. Now I just keep saying it.
Whatever helps you through, buddy.
I know, I needed a motivational phrase. But anyway, speaking of Amy and Adam, and they're in Alaska and they're on a cruise right now.
No, they're back.
Well, no, I know they're back, but a fucking really annoying thing happened to you and you weren't there, and talk about it.
Oh my God. First of all, let me just say, this is what you get for being a nice person. I have lived my whole life being a nice person, making kind and good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that reason, I was not able to go on Amy and Adam's trip to Alaska on a Princess Cruise Line.
Right.
And all of you listeners know the first year and a half of this podcast was me doing a complete and total rewatch of the Love Boat. John Tenney, only Love Boat fan in the world. There's no Love Boat podcast. This was, I mean, I feel like What's Up Weirdo was the closest thing to a Love Boat podcast that exists because none of it exists. Nobody watches the fucking Love Boat.
Right.
At Belvoir Winery even, Jesse the owner, Amy, Aaron Sagers all said, because of you, we're going to start watching Love Boat.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go on a cruise that I'm not going on because I did something nice for someone
That you were supposed to be on.
that I was supposed to be on. And fucking Bernie Kopell, Doc from the Love Boat, is on that boat and celebrating his 90th birthday, and they all get to meet Doc from the Love Boat. Are you fucking kidding me, universe? All I've done is be fucking nice and do the right thing. And this is how the universe fucks me like that? As a matter of fact, at Belvoir, Aaron and I were laughing at Love Boat action figures because we were talking about the Love Boat and how they're all going to start a rewatch. And I came home from Belvoir and bought the Love Boat action figures.
For yourself or for them?
For myself, because we talked about them and I thought, yes, as a toy collector and as someone who loves Love Boat, I should have these stupid Love Boat action. First of all, let's just talk about creating action figures for the show Love Boat. Who the fuck was interested in that? What 9-year-old child wants to replay an episode of the Love Boat? Worst toy line ever.
They like Barbies.
No, they're like Star Wars action figures.
Oh my gosh, yeah, who did want those?
Yeah, and I spend an inordinate amount of money on them.
I don't think I've ever felt as bad for you as I did in that moment ever. Like the FOMO, what are the fucking odds? Literally, what are the odds?
I mean, it's honestly, it was the universe telling me to not be nice.
I mean, we've been going back and forth about this for a week now. I don't know how we can talk. I don't know how.
I'm just done. I get it, universe.
See, here's the thing, guys. Tenny is nice all the time, and I'm nice most of the time. But the thing is, Tenny's niceness spills over into business, and you can't be that fucking nice all the time in business. You have to stick up for yourself. You have to get what you're owed. You have to see yourself as a professional. And Tenny has a hard time being hard-nosed with people about business and money, and it gets in your way sometimes, and it's hard. And I always say I'll do it for you. I'll be the bad guy. I'm always down to be the bad guy, but
I'm over it. We're entering the era of mean Tenny.
Well, I can't wait to see how that works out and who you talk to when you're like that. I'll just take a back seat for a minute. You can negotiate a couple things for us.
We'll see what happens.
But yeah, that was really shitty. But Aaron Sagers was super nice and did get you an autograph and a picture of him signing it, so it's like legit as fuck. So that's really cute.
Yeah. I'm glad I have nice friends. I'm very appreciative of that. Let's also talk about John Tenney doing things for kindness and the way the universe repays me. Many, many years ago, a gentleman slammed his car into the back of my car while I was sitting at a red light. What?
I just want to say one more thing about the Alaska thing before we move away from Alaska.
Go ahead.
While Adam was there, I got on Marco Polo and I sent him a video and I got real close to the camera and I go, Adam, Barry, if you don't send me a fucking video of a whale, we're not friends anymore. And then I just stopped the Marco. That was all it said. And then he goes to answer me, walks out, like he's in like an inner room, I don't fucking know. And he walks out on the deck and immediately when he starts his fucking Marco, there's a whale. A whale pops up right there. And it was the first one he saw the whole trip. And we together manifested the whale. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I was telling you to go outside and show me a whale. And you did. So we have long distance whale powers. Okay, now I'm done. Now you can complain about the next thing. We've had a rough few weeks and everything's annoying. And now you can continue.
Yes. So many years ago, someone slammed into the back of my car and we got out and we exchanged information, and he was driving a church van and asked me not to report it to the police. So I didn't. And then a year and a half later, I got a ticket from the courts saying that my license had been revoked because I fled the scene of an accident. Hence, 10 years later, I still don't have a driver's license.
Right.
So Friday, I went to court to clean up this 10-year-old ridiculous John did something nice and is being punished for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was shooketh. This is the first time I've ever been in court. And I sat there for 3 hours in court and was like, why am I even here? Mm-hmm. Seriously, there were other people there who had just walked in like me. And when their cases were announced, it's like, this is your 6th warrant, your 3rd drug felony charge. We've already dropped the domestic assault. I mean, and every person's case was like that. And then mine was like, so, Mr. Tenney, someone hit you 10 years ago and you never resolved the ticket. And I was like, yeah, I'd like to resolve it now. And they're like, is that all? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, do you have a criminal history? I'm like, no. They're like, have you ever been arrested? I'm like, no. They're like, do you have any other driving offenses? No. And they're like, okay, well, we'll set a court date. Bye.
Okay, bye.
And then that was it. So now I'm just waiting for a court date
Forever.
Like a common criminal.
Oh, geez. There's people that go to court for all sorts of shit, not because they're criminals. Because
I know.
they just want our money for no reason. But what's funny is, did somebody tell me about this, or did you tell me about this, or was it on Twitter? Didn't people think you had no license? Listen, what was the rumor about? I feel like people thought you had a bunch of DUIs and that's why you didn't have a license. And I'm like, Tenny?
Yeah, that was we did an episode where people thought the rumors about me, like I had been in a divorce and people thought I had DUIs.
Yeah, no. I feel like just recently though, when we were, or maybe like off the pod, like somebody had heard it and they're like, oh, I thought he had DUIs too. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I mean, I guess like I have multiple friends who don't have driver's licenses because they have DUIs.
Yeah, me too.
So I guess people just assume if you're a 50-year-old man without a driver's license, you must have been popped a bunch of times.
Yeah, and I'm just your long-term Uber driver, chauffeur person.
Mrs. Belvedere.
Yes, Mrs. Yes. So yeah, so now
I wait.
Now you wait, and I still drive us everywhere forever.
And I don't know how long I wait, and I don't know how much they'll make me pay.
I hope they don't make you pay anything, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I disassociated all weekend and binged HBO Max's Euphoria, and it was bonkers. I feel like I was in a different world all weekend, and it's a depressing show, and it's chaotic, but it was really good. There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of dicks. There's a lot of dicks. There's dicks everywhere. So don't watch it. Like, this is not one of those shows where you're like, hey, maybe I should watch this with my parents. No, you probably shouldn't. It's awkward, but it was super good. I can't wait. But it's so long in between seasons. I guess there's 2 seasons out now. Between season 1 and 2, there was 3 years. And now they're saying it's going to be like 3 years again before the next season, like 2025. So
yikes.
I know, but it was so good. It was exactly what I needed to just like not think at all weekend. I put my phone down a lot. I just watched it. It was really good.
Oh, I was trying to think of, there was something else I wanted to talk about that I hadn't talked about me being nice and then getting fucked.
Jeez Louise,
you know what it is?
What now?
I didn't talk about that podcast I was supposed to be on.
What podcast you were supposed to be on?
My friend's podcast that he asked me to be on.
I didn't know if you were going to talk about it if he listens, but he talks shit about you, so you can go ahead and talk shit about him.
Yeah, I mean, if he was going to use me for content, which he did.
For hours.
For 45 minutes at least.
Yeah.
So I was asked by a friend of mine who was an old punk rock friend while I was at Belvoir Winery to be on his podcast. So, of course, I just said yes. I've known him from the punk rock circles since the early 90s.
He wasn't there. Did he text you? He wasn't there. Or he was
No,
there.
he texted me.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And so I said, yeah. And then he wanted to do it on Monday. I couldn't do it on Monday because I was still traveling. I said I'd do it Tuesday. But then on Monday afternoon, I was like, I don't even know the name of your podcast. So he sent it to me. So I checked it. And the first episode that I found online that I listened to was each episode of his podcast starts with an invocation and a prayer to Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, the Alpha and the Omega, Yahweh Yeshua, the one high over all.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, spicy.
And the episode that I listened to was an anti-trans lecturer. And so I went to the podcast before that one, and it was an anti-vax lecturer, and then an anti-vax lecturer before. And so I texted him back and said, I cannot be on your show. We have reached a point where our ideologies and our belief structures and systems have separated too far. I will not be on your show.
Mm-hmm. And you were really professional about it.
Yeah. And I told him, like, if you want to talk to me face to face and in person, we can do that. Like, and discuss how we've separated, like how we went from being like punk rock ideologies to you being this far right, ultra conservative Christian and me being this tree hugging, lefty, liberal, progressive socialist.
Literally.
And he wrote back to me like a 9 or 10 paragraph email, hoping that I would find Jesus Christ and he would set me free from the demonic forces that are controlling me and blah, 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 blah. And then on the podcast episode that I was supposed to be on,
Yeah.
they talked about me for like 45 minutes and how I've lost my way. And it's so funny to have someone say, like, John is one of the smartest guys that I know. He's so like open-minded and his ideas are so, and he was like one of the first people that I knew who was talking about all this stuff, and then transition to, and I can't understand why he wouldn't be on our show. And, you know, if he's so strong in his beliefs, like he should be able to come on here and challenge, like, and I was listening to that and I'm like, no, dude, you don't get it. Like me going on your show and debating with you your terrible ideas does nothing but build your fan base of horrible people. I'm not going to change anyone's mind. They're like concreted and rooted in terrible ideas.
Right. It's like that thing that's been going around Twitter about that doctor, scientist slash vaccine maker guy who is getting bullied by Joe Rogan and all of his fans to have a debate. It's like, why would he lower himself to have a debate with you? It's not going to fucking change anything. It's a waste of his time. He's just going to get attacked the whole fucking time. He's not going to explain science and medicine to someone who's not a fucking scientist or a doctor. Why would he do that? Like, why would he bother? And then another point too, you literally like said the thing out loud too, like how he was saying, you're so smart about this, you're so smart about that, you've always been on the right side of whatever, and you know about UFOs and you've done your research and you're so fucking smart. But then, so why wouldn't he think that you would be smart about all those other things that he's absolutely fucking wrong about? Like, where does he think your fucking smartness ends? Just at like every social thing ever and every political thing ever, you would be wrong, but right about all those other things. Like, why couldn't he see that disconnect?
Well, it's one of those things. It's that mindset, right? Because when he was talking about me on his podcast, he had listened to an episode of What's Up Weirdo. And he was literally like making fun of the fact that you or I'm not sure which one of us said it, but either one of us could. But one of us said, the universe gifted me with that. And he was making fun of the fact that we don't say Jesus Christ, that we don't say God, that we said the universe. And that people who are into this kind of new age thinking with palmistry and astrology and crystals can get sucked into the demonic world and not realize that it's Jesus Christ and our one Alpha and Omega Lord Savior overall.
Like, it wouldn't be more believable to believe in the infinite and that anything could be the answer, but you have the one fucking perfect answer. You have the final answer to everything, and that answer is Jesus, and only a fraction of the people on earth believe in that. But no, you're right, everybody else is wrong. Like, shut up.
It's just very disconcerting too.
It is. And again, I don't give a fuck what anybody's doing. Whatever you want to believe in that gives you strength and makes your days better, that's fucking great. But I don't try and push my shit on people. They don't need to push their shit on me. And also, you going back to business, going back to, I know you don't like to think of yourself in that way, but this is your business. This is your fucking brand. If something doesn't align with who you are as a person, you are perfectly allowed to say no, that you don't want to do that thing. And he needs to understand that, but he did not understand that. And now you don't even think you can be friends in real life anymore.
No. And, you know, this is the last thing I'll say on this, because I see this a lot on the internet and on podcasts and stuff, especially with like conservative Christian truth tellers and right-wing like pundits and conservatives, like whatever. And this podcast was a perfect example of it. These two people who host this podcast that wanted me to be on it, neither of them used their real name in their podcast.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
If you're so secure in your belief system and you know what you know to be true, why do you hide behind a fake name?
Yeah, the same reason they go to those awful marches and protests with masks over their fucking faces. They're not proud of that shit.
Right. But they say it's because they'll be persecuted.
Well, maybe your disgusting views don't fit into a normal society. How about that? Well, that.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, as a grown man who stood on a stage in front of 1,500 people and talked about seeing an elf, you can use your real name when you talk about your political ideologies if you want to.
Yeah, right. Have some fucking balls. Do you think you're so alpha? You won't even show your face over shit that you believe in. Okay. Okay.
Moving on.
Good job having a backbone and morals and not feeling hatred. Good job.
Yes. Thank you, universe, for making me who I am.
I'm gonna really, really change the subject here,
Please.
which is my thing that I'm the best at. This is not a story. It's just really a thing that I discovered that somebody put in their Instagram story. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And we're gonna listen to it on a road trip. Somebody posted there's different Spotify playlists that like people make and then they get around. There is a Spotify playlist that you guys can look up and it's called CVS Bangers 1 through 5. And it's all fucking bangers that they play at CVS, and it's
Get,
amazing.
get out of here.
There, so go ahead and search CVS Bangers. I assume there was 5 different parts, but they just compiled them now into one playlist called CVS Bangers 1 through 5.
Give me 3 what you would consider bangers that are played at CVS.
Hang on.
Oh my
CVS
goodness.
Bangers 1 through 5. Okay. Foreigner, I Want to Know What Love Is.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Banger. CVS Banger and a half. Rock said It Must Have Been Love. Boom. CVS Banger. Africa, Toto. Boom. CVS Banger. These are so good. We're gonna have such a good time.
I'm not listening to any of these.
You're like, I'm not going. Oh, another thing I wanted to bring up is there is this.
Wait, before you go any further, let me just say, I remember the first time that I was in Meyer, Thrifty Acres. It was like 2:00 in the morning. And I remember when they played Green Day over the speakers in Meyer. And I was like, oh, I'm living in a different world now.
Yeah, it's like easy listening now.
Yeah.
I know, I felt that way. They started to mix in Yellow Card at like Kroger, and I was like, oh.
I was at a Target one time, very long time ago, and they were playing Guns N' Roses, and I felt the same way. I was like, oh.
You're like, he used to burn the flag on stage, but okay. I think he did that. Didn't he do that?
Probably.
Anyway, going back in the conversation, I was so bummed because one of the fucking moles that they took today, not one of my ones that I wanted them to take, one of the ones that they wanted to take because they said it looked scary. I have a tattoo on my upper arm that was done by Siv, who's the singer of the Gorilla Biscuits, and I got it done on Long Island at the shop that he owns, and it's a vulture, and it's so fucking sick, and they cut his fucking face. Brutal. I think he did a really nice job though, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Growing up is stupid. Anyway.
Speaking of Gorilla Biscuits.
What?
I found a gorilla in the graveyard on Sunday.
Oh my God, I know. That was a great segue, P.S.
Thank you.
Did you take it?
No, I left it because you never know why it's there.
No, you should have took it.
I wanted him to have his little piece in the flowers. I went to the graveyard to clean gravestones, and when I was walking from where one side of my family is buried to the other side, there was just this little plastic gorilla sitting in the grass, like munching on a flower, and I was like, "Hey, buddy." So I took it as my sign from the universe.
It's true. It did look like King Kong. That's like your whole shit.
Yeah. I was like, what is this guy doing here? I found a relic hominid. I found a cryptid in this graveyard, a graveyard gorilla.
I would have took it. I always think anything that I find in a cemetery in moments like that is meant to be mine. So I do take it.
I thought of him as a little protector of the graveyard, so I let him go.
I don't mean on graves. I mean like literally in the middle, anywhere. If it was like around.
Yes.
Not something off somebody's grave. I'm not like.
I cleaned 8 graves, and I have to go back. I have 6 more to clean.
Dang.
I know.
That's too much.
I have my whole grave cleaning kit ready to go. I think I might bring it with us on our road trip.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Well, you have to fly.
Oh shit. I can give it to you. You can put it in the car.
Do you know how much I have to pack for how long I'm going to be gone?
Not that much.
Yes, that much. We'll talk
about it. You have to figure it for my suitcase that I'm bringing with me when I fly.
I know, but I have a tiny ass bubble car. I didn't consider a grave cleaning kit for the fucking car.
Can we talk about maybe buying you one of those things that go on your roof of your car?
We could.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. Can you just put those on any car? How does it get on there?
You have little rails on the top of your car that it would attach to.
I don't think I do.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. Anyway.
Maybe I'll buy you a mini trailer and you can drag it from behind.
I can't tow anything with my car.
Jesus Christ.
I can't. I looked it up because.
What do you have, a tricycle?
No, it's tiny bubble, but I looked it up and it said it had towing capacity. And then the more research I went through, it said nothing is meant to be towed with this vehicle. I'm like, motherfucker.
That vehicle is towed.
It is towed. There is a toad in the car. There's only one way that's meant to be towed, and he is a baby toad in the front seat. Okay, can I get this fucking story out real fast?
Fine. I'm so interested in this story.
Listen up. I stumbled across a horror short film on YouTube, and I want you guys to watch it because it was really good and it's really fucking creepy. It's called The Chair. Look up The Chair short film on YouTube by Curry Barker. The actors are really good. And like the night I watched it, I had fucking one of the parts from the short film was in my dreams / nightmares. So I was literally haunted by this fucking short film. So it was really good. It's about 13 minutes long or something, but it was so good.
You yelled at me about that.
You said something stupid and I thought you didn't watch it, and then you told me you watched it.
Yeah, because I said it's like someone watched A Realm of the Weird and then made a short film.
Oh yeah, I did yell at you.
And then you yelled at me that it's not all about me.
I did. How would a 20-year-old filmmaker have listened to your random podcast episode? Like, and it's not even the same premise as your fucking episode. So I was like,
that episode ends with me calling the company that made the garage and asking them where the rest of the wood went. And
that's
she
not
says,
what this is about.
and she said, we sold it to furniture manufacturers. And literally the end of Realm of the Weird is, end of the Realm of the Weird episode is me saying, have you ever felt strange when you're sitting at the table? Maybe it's the chair. Maybe the chair has some kind of energy in it. Like, that's how that episode literally ends, is me talking about haunted wood.
Okay. Firstly, I don't think they're related, even though that is a really good episode and one of your better stories. All your stories are good, but you know what I'm saying. I like that story a lot, but I don't think that this is in any way related. And they don't say that the chair is made from fucking haunted materials. It's just the fucking chair.
But the chair has absorbed the haunted energy.
No.
Yeah.
They don't get into the origin of the chair. It's just a fucking weird chair.
I was just saying, and then you got mad.
I didn't get mad.
And the only reason I said that is because there have been 2 episodes of paranormal My Ghost Story shows that are straight ripoffs of Realm of the Weird.
That I believe. That I do believe. This one seems like a stretch to me. So,
well, you never know.
You don't ever know. You're right. Maybe we talked to this guy and he did. I don't fucking know. But he seems young and not in the realm of things that we, like our paranormal world. He's just like a kid.
Anyway, it's a very good story and people should watch the little short film.
Yeah, watch The Chair on YouTube. It was really good.
And we also went to an advanced screening of
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh, ba, 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 ba. Indiana Jones. Ba, 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 ba.
Dun, 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 dun.
One of the few times in my life where I wasn't wearing a hat, but my Slurpee was.
Yep, you got a commemorative Indiana Jones Slurpee cup with an Indiana Jones hat. Somebody on Twitter said, I'm a little disappointed the straw isn't a bendy whip thing.
Best idea. A missed opportunity.
For real, honestly.
Black bendy straw looking like a whip would be perfect.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here.
If only they would have spent a few more tens of millions of dollars in marketing this film.
I know. Bendy straws. Yeah, we got to go to a press screening of Indiana Jones, and I am a longtime big fan of Indiana Jones. My dad obviously showed them to me when I was a youngin'. I love them. I watch them often. Indiana Jones is so cute and handsome, and I was very excited, and I was not let down. I fucking loved it.
Yes, you did.
I loved it.
You clapped at the end.
I loved it. I fucking got emotional.
You got into your feels. You got emotional.
I did. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody, but when he spoke a different language, I instantly started crying because it was just so big for him. I got so happy for him, and then I got a little weepy.
I am a Indiana Jones fan as well. I've seen all of them in the theaters. I think I was 11 when the first one came out. So it was right again in my wheelhouse. And I was going to this one hoping for some redemption from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And this is going to be a hard one for me.
Come on.
It is. I will say,
good fucking
shruggingly, it's for me.
Well, good.
I will watch it again.
As will I.
But if I was scale of 1 to 10, it's a shaky 6.
You're so full of shit, bro. You're so full of shit. I'm giving it like I'm like close to a 10, honestly. I'm like a 9 or a 10.
I'm a very shaky 6.
Like you're like the hardest audience. I don't if you didn't like that Indiana Jones movie in this age, as old as he is, with whatever is going on in the world, if that wasn't fun to you, then you are like you need to check your pulse, bro, because I don't know what to tell you.
It was fun, and I will also tell you it's getting a little bit of a bump because I like Mads Mikkelsen.
I was gonna say, listen, I was gonna bring him up. I was struggling with it the whole movie, and I've struggled with it as long as that man has been in movies and television. I can never decide if he's hot or disgusting, and I really think the answer is both.
No, the answer 100% is he is probably one of the most beautiful,
No.
disgusting people I've ever
Yes.
seen.
Yes. I'm like repulsed, but I'm also attracted, which is like my wheelhouse of guys that I think are attractive, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's something like inherently evil about him, and I'm like, I shouldn't think you're hot, but you're kind of fucking hot.
that's why he was so good as Hannibal on that show on NBC.
Well, I didn't watch it because I'm scared of him.
You would like that show a lot.
I know I've been told that a lot of times, actually. Obviously, he was a villain because that's all his face can do.
I guess maybe.
It was good. He was good. Phoebe Waller-Bridge was good. That's her name, right?
I don't know, something like that.
That sounds like her name.
There's the
Maybe
Fleabag lady, right?
yeah. I did not understand why she was cast in this movie, but she was good. I didn't hate it.
She was fine. I thought there was going to be some twist with her. I'm glad there wasn't.
Well, I thought from the poster that was going to be his love interest, and it's not. So that's a relief.
She's fine.
She was fine. But it had so much action, so much music, so much. There was an underwater scene for like the first time I think ever in
Indiana Jones underwater. That was a big thing.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this is like some shit we'd never seen before. And it wasn't cheesy. It wasn't like swinging monkeys in fucking
Ooh,
Crystal Skull.
ooh, that scene.
That's one of the worst scenes in movie history.
One of the worst scenes in movie history.
Why?
And
Why would somebody do that?
it's the same that Crystal Skull monkey swinging scene.
Oof.
And for some reason, in that movie Crystal Skull, the Germans have a car that knocks down trees and grinds them up.
Oh yeah.
That whole segment is just a disaster.
If you cut that out, that movie would be stomachable, but that movie is so bad.
It's really bad. This movie is not really bad.
No, it's not. I thought it was a blast. It was gorgeous. There was a lot of scenes that were lit so fucking beautifully, and the light on everybody's face, I was like, Jesus. And Harrison Ford is still so attractive. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if he's 90 years old. When they were on the boat, and he was just like talking, I'm like, he's so handsome. For real. For real.
My friend Scott and I have always commented on the fact that if you watch Harrison Ford's nose over the years, it is ever so slightly every year, it goes kind of more to the side of his face. Like it's moving further and further toward one of his ears.
Hey, I don't even care. I don't even mind it.
But like you and I were talking about in the car afterwards, some of the best de-aging of a character.
See, I wasn't going to bring it up because I feel like that's a spoiler.
That's not a spoiler because they show it in the trailers.
Oh, they do?
They do.
Oh, well, yeah. No, listen, you are probably the biggest non-fan of deepfakes. You fucking hate that shit. And I kind of love it. I like seeing people in that role again if I have the opportunity. And I liked that movie that everybody hated, the mobster movie with like Pacino and
Oof, that was a rough one.
Robert De Niro, where they de-aged them all. I fucking liked it. I'm like, I like seeing them like this. I don't give a fuck. And this one, they had Indiana Jones on screen looking like Indiana Jones, and I was like, I will watch this till fucking tomorrow. I love this. It looked good as fuck.
Do you know what I noticed that did bother me a little bit in that film, though, in the new Indiana Jones? And I will appreciate if people can comment on this after they see it and see if I'm right or if my brain is just melting. There are some really bad ADR scenes in it where like someone is talking, but their lips aren't really matching what they're saying.
Okay, I did notice that actually, but I don't care.
It just really was bothersome to me.
Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm not fucking that serious. I'm not like trying to take a microscope to the movie. I thought it was so fun. There was so many, and it doesn't let you catch your breath either. It goes from one insane crazy scene to another one to another one to another one to another one. Like there was I swear to you, my eyeballs were as wide as saucers for fucking almost the entire movie. Like I was mesmerized.
I told you there's one chase scene that's a little too long for me.
Yeah, I get that.
The only reason I comment on things like ADR and stuff like that, especially, I would never mention like the audio track not being dubbed correctly if we were talking about like a lower budget indie horror film, right?
Mhm.
But like this is a hundreds of millions of dollars motion picture. I shouldn't notice like when you're overdubbing a track.
Okay, but really, I didn't notice it any time that they were really their self. I only noticed it a tiny bit during the deep fake, and like I expect that to be a little bit non-perfect because they're fucking real faces back there doing I don't fucking know. I give them a little bit of leeway when somebody's like, that's not their face. But it was exciting as fuck. There was a lot of parts where I was like nervous, like my nails were digging into my hand. I was like nervous for the characters. It was very action packed, very crazy, wholesome, cute, nostalgic. I loved it.
Well, there you go. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, 2 It's for Me's.
Oh shit.
That is uncommon.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, 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 bam.
It was so good. I loved it. There's if you guys love the Indiana Jones movies, there's so much to love. There's so many little nods and cuteness, and it was cute to see like a different era of Indiana Jones in a different time. And
And like you said, there's no spoilers here, but there's a scene near the end which I thought was going to be kind of cheesy and ended up being very like sweet and lovely.
I got weepy then too, twice.
Yeah.
Dose times. I know it was really cute. It could have been very cheesy, but it was very cute.
Yes.
And I would watch the shit out of another one. I would watch the shit out of 3 more. I keep making them. I hope he's not done. I hope he feels like making another one. It looks like a lot of work, but if he wants to do it, I'm gonna watch it because
Well, you know, they were saying they want to make more Indiana Jones, but they want to use Chris Pratt.
that can suck my entire ball sack, dude. Like that is the worst thing I've ever heard. That's the worst idea anyone's ever had. I would rather it be Jack fucking Black. I would rather it be anybody. I would rather it be fucking anybody than Chris Pratt. That doesn't make any sense. And you know what I was thinking too during the movie when I was marveling at how fucking handsome he still is? I saw there was like a really long tweet thread going around for a while of like how they came up with Indiana Jones and who they initially wanted in the storyboards. And he didn't look anything like Harrison Ford when they were drawing up the storyboards. He was like dark hair. And I think one of the people they wanted was fucking Burt Reynolds. That is a terrible idea too.
They wanted, and Tom Selleck.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. So any fucking way, can you, and probably with the Star Wars too, can you even like quantify the fucking jackpot that they hit with picking this guy who aged fucking perfect and is still so cool and so perfect in the role? And you could have been locked into some shitty guy who doesn't look that cool anymore. Like they lucked out so fucking hard. They did. That was like such a perfect fucking choice. He is Indiana Jones, period.
Well, and he's Han Solo too. That's why when they made a new Han Solo movie and cast someone else as Han Solo, I mean, that movie did not go over well.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that shit.
People want to see old Harry Ford.
Exactly. Exactly.
Has anyone ever called him Harry Ford?
I don't know. That sounds weird. I don't know. I feel like there's like lots more stuff I'm gonna remember as the night goes on too. It was like really there was a lot.
I'm going to remember it forever because I have a $17 Slurpee cup.
I know. Just put it on the shelf with all your other toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then we walk outside and it's just smoky as all fuck. We have the worst. Listen, we have the worst air quality in the entire world.
Yes,
right
we've
now.
already been through this.
We're on the top of the list now in the world. But it was nice to be in the movie theater.
Yeah, it was nice to be in the movie theater.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Good work, buddy.
Good work, Betty. Yeah, I'm done. It's been a long week and it's only not even done yet.
No.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. By the way, I got a Amazon delivery today. Just my last thing.
I got one too.
Did you? Except mine was not in a box or even in an Amazon bag. It was in a Ziploc plastic bag just thrown on my porch.
Somebody else probably opened it on accident and threw your shit on there.
It's so weird.
They probably delivered it to your neighbor and they're like, whoopsie, let me just put it in a Ziploc and throw it on his porch.
So strange.
That is kind of creepy. I've had those ones you get from Amazon and they don't put it in anything and they just put like the stamp on the fucking box. Like if it's like something that comes in its own box. I'm like, that's weird. What if this was a fucking present? But
Right? That's all I got.
this is really exciting. This has been Mail Talk.
That's how this episode ends, with mail talk.
Yep. Indiana Jones was awesome.
Mail talk.
Got an Amazon package. Beepity bop bop bop. Boop bop bop. All right, I'm out of here.
All right, I'm out of here too.
Have a good night.
I'll talk to you later.
Have a good night. You like how I binged Euphoria all week, and then when I texted you, I go, "Hey, player." I turned into a different person while I was watching Euphoria.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Well, you wrote back something too. What did you write? I called you playa, and you called me something stupid too.
No, I texted you back and then waited a second and ended it with playa.
Okay. See you later, playa.
Don't hate the player, hate the what is it? Don't hate the player, hate the game? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. I guess I'm cooler than I thought.
I'm gonna write that on your tombstone, and people are gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why would he ever write that?"
If I walk into a graveyard and there's a headstone that just says, "Don't hate the player, hate the game," that is the greatest gravestone ever.
Okay, but a normal person, fine, but you, it would be like, okay, of all the clever, fucking transcendent, beautiful things he could write, he writes this weird shit. People would be like, what? What? Who wrote that?
There's a graveyard somewhere in Indiana that I saw once, and it's the guy's name, his birth, and his death date, and then underneath it, it says, "What?" with a question mark.
Okay, I want that on mine.
Like, what happened?
What?
What? Now I'm
These
in a
are the only
grave.
years I was alive? What? What?
All right, play. I'm out.
All right, playa.
I'll talk to you later.
Oh my god, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.